Okay, so right now I am going to Meerkat Friends for the second time, and it's totally worth it. It's kind of expensive, but for somebody who really likes animals like me, it's a really good deal. Meerkat Friends is really close to Hongdae, which is a place that's known for the nightlife, and it's a good place for foreigners especially to come if they're looking to party at night. Obviously today Meerkat Friends closes at 9:30, but the earlier you get there, the less people there are. So the more of an opportunity you get to play with the animals that are there. This video is going to include some footage from both times that I visited because I got some really good stuff the first time. And after my visit, I decided that this is a place that I wanted to do an entire video just on this because I loved it so much. So I hope you all enjoy. I'm gonna take you through and I'm gonna tell you everything that you're supposed to do there, what it entails, the price, yada yada yada. So let's get started. Meerkat Friends is located on the 3rd floor of a building. The very first thing that you do when you get in there is take off your shoes, as you do in so many other businesses, and then you pay for your admission. This cat was always behind the counter when I came here. This particular time, admission was 12,000 won. I remember the first time coming in and admission was either 14 or 16,000. I think it was 16,000, but I know for sure it was not 12,000, so I'm not positive what changed, but it was definitely nice not having to pay as much. So this is the cafe area. It's quite big. There is a middle section for the meerkats. The rest of it, most of the animals free roam. They have kennels that they put the animals in to keep them separate from the public area. They also have a lot of cat trees, cat beds for all of the animals. There's also another separate glass partitioned area in the corner, and that's where they keep the raccoon and the Cody when they do their break times. But for the most part, these animals are just free roaming. Like you see, I was able to feed the wallabies. The employees were always giving us things that would help us interact with the animals. They were always bringing the animals around, giving us food to give to them. So there wasn't ever really a time where I felt like I wasn't getting to give the attention that I wanted to give to them. This guy was in the meerkat area by himself, and when I asked him if it was the best day of his life, he just said, "My children." So when you want to go into the meerkat area, your time is limited to 10 minutes. They have a sign that you read regarding the rules, and then they spray your hands down with sanitizer. When they let you in, they give you a blanket to put over your lap because the meerkats, I guess, can go to the bathroom or scratch you, and they obviously want to try to avoid that. But then it's kind of just free reign, and the meerkats are so friendly. I feel like they crave human interaction. They were so cute. The first time I didn't get a lot of meerkat time. The meerkats just kind of scratched at my jeans trying to get into my pockets. But the second time, this guy crawled up in my lap and was looking for chin and belly scratches. And he got angry at one of his friends when he came over. But I never thought I would be able to have an experience where I was petting meerkats. I was paying to pet meerkats. I initially said that jjimjilbangs were my favorite thing in South Korea, but I went to a jjimjilbang the day before I went to the Meerkat Cafe, and I can now say with confidence that the Meerkat Cafe was my favorite activity here. After you're done in the meerkat area of the cafe, you can go and hang with the other animals that are just roaming freely in the rest of the space. They actually don't tell you that there's a specified time limit. As far as I'm aware, you're allowed to stay for as long as you like, which is really nice. At least that's what I think, because I wasn't told to leave either time. I wasn't kicked out. So I stayed a couple of hours both times. They have a raccoon. They also have a Cody, which is this guy right here.
He is kind of a raccoon lemur, and he's native to Brazil, and I think I read that you can find him in southern parts of the States as well, which I thought was interesting because I've never seen one before. Super cute though, super gentle. They all know tricks, which is really nice for interaction's sake. Also, they did have foxes. The first time I never saw them, they're in a little area by themselves. There is an Arctic fox and a silver fox, and they just slept the whole time that I was there the first time. I kind of thought that's what was gonna happen the second time that I was there as well, but what actually happens is they put all of the other animals in their kennels before they bring out the foxes, and they bring out the foxes for feeding time. She's got banana in that dog bowl, and that's what she's giving to the foxes. She has them do tricks for those, and then she has the people that are watching the feeding participate as well. She gives us bananas and then lets us have the foxes do tricks for the bananas. The Arctic fox is the guy on the bottom, and he was super into the bananas, which I can relate to BH. They also had a genet. I could be saying that wrong, but it's a tiny, tiny cat, and the first time I didn't see him for very long. I only saw him steal this piece of bread from the raccoon, and then he kind of clambered up into the ceiling beams, so I didn't see him the rest of the time. And that was something else that I found was very nice, is that the animals were able to escape should they desire it. There were places that they could go hide out. But then the second time when I was there, something pretty crazy happened that I did not expect at all.
What? Hi, bye.
And after the genet jumped on me, my day was made, so I was ready to leave.
I love it there. As somebody who is really concerned about the ethics of going to an animal cafe, especially an exotic animal cafe, and just like understanding that those animals are only there for profit, especially going to the raccoon cafe, I walked out feeling pretty bad that I paid for that. But in the Meerkat cafe, I mean, it really looks like those animals like want to interact with people. They have opportunities to get out of the public, even if they're out of their kennels. Like you can see in the video, the genet just kind of hopped up above the ceiling beams and just like hid most of the time, the first time that I was there. And then the meerkats, I mean, I feel like they really look like they want attention. Also, they're cared for really well. It's always very, very clean in there. Maroon 5 is very popular with people who do not speak English as a first language. We karaoke'd a lot of Maroon 5 songs when we went to karaoke. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, it just seems like a really nice place for the animals, and you know, obviously any animal cafe isn't going to be great, but this one was really, really good, so that's why I went twice. I just like it. You like what you like, so now I'm gonna go get my ears pierced again.